Where my girls at?
Spicy, keep it locked in.
Where my girls at?
Keep on watching while the beat keep knocking.
Where my girls at?
You love the flow, it's the ladies show.
Where my girls at? Yeah. Where my girls at?
Everybody, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. So everybody, we have a returning guest. You know, we had so much fun the last time, and we're gonna have fun this time. Everybody, let's welcome in Wanda D and her husband, Eric Floyd.
Welcome.
Glad to be back. We're glad to be back.
Yes, yes. Now, I read that you are going on a 2024 tour.
Ooh.
Yes.
We are.
Now, that's overseas, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's always where it starts.
Tell us about it.
Oh.
Well, I'll start it off.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Not all at
We've been-
once. Not all at once.
We have, in the last 38 years, probably been to 48 U.S. states, 150 global cities in 90 countries on 6 continents. However, what makes this tour so interesting is that there's some countries we're hitting we've never been to before, like Scotland, Bulgaria,
Right.
and our first stop, we have 2 stadiums to do in Slovakia, and then Slovenia.
Spell that.
Yeah. Slovakia, Slovenia. I believe our former first lady, Donald Trump's wife, I think she's from Slovenia.
Right.
Right. I'll look up her family tree, see who's swinging in it. Melania.
Because what happened, I recently saw a clip on YouTube, and basically what it was is you guys were rocking out the stage, and so not everybody has an opportunity to rock out, to see that many people at one time rocking out to what you do. What does that feel like?
It feels
Like-
invigorating.
Yeah, like a night in our bedroom.
Yeah.
The people, all the instruments, the energy.
The stroking.
Why don't you describe it, Wanda?
It's like nothing you've ever experienced. We released the songs and they went platinum in 77 countries, and we sold over 35 million copies worldwide. So when you go over there and just see the people just having a ball and all the energy that we give out to them, they give back to us. It's like we're playing volleyball and tennis, and we throw that energy out, they throw it back, and all that love is just it's such a blessing. It really is.
And the beauty of it is you get to do it with your best friend. Wanda and I have been together for 43 years and married for 41 of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've got to travel the
Beautiful.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you. We've gotten to travel the world and discover it together. And there's no greater blessing than that. And, I'll be 58 in June.
And I'll be 61 in April.
And knock
Wow. You guys
on wood,
Yeah, I found
What
some
are you-
wood.
we are in perfect health.
Now close your legs.
Thank you. That wasn't a word. We're in perfect health. I mean, no medications, no diabetes, no heart disease,
That's a
no
blessing.
high blood pressure, no hypertension. We're very, very blessed.
Mhm.
We just, when we were under 40 years old, we were young people. We said, how we treat our bodies up to age 40
Yeah.
will decide how our bodies treat us after 40, whether it's a crash and burn or a nice, slow, gradual landing.
So we
And
gave up the Domino sugar,
We never
the
drank.
tang, all that
We never
stuff,
drank alcohol. We never smoked.
and never did drugs.
And we never did drugs,
at all.
and it has paid
Yeah.
off because a lot of our peers and contemporaries aren't in as good a shape as we are both senior citizens right now.
I feel like performers like you and performers like your peers are different from some of the performers that we see now. You guys are like ripping and running on stage and entertaining, actually entertaining. How do you when you look at some of the performers now, um, how do you feel about that?
Are you asking us to judge them?
I'm asking you for your opinion.
Yeah,
You got it. You got it. Okay.
well, I have no comment on that.
You know, Beauty and the Beast here. She's got no comment. I
No.
got plenty to say.
No.
No one tuned into this podcast to see you say no comment. Come on now.
I don't want to judge.
It's not about judging. You have been in the business since 1977.
Wow.
Hip hop's first female DJ.
Wow.
You're the
Yes,
first
she is.
female rapper to platinum.
Talk
You're the
about
first female inductee into the Universal Zulu Nation.
There you go.
Amen.
Okay.
Her.
You came out, you know, when you were spinning records, there was nobody else with a vagina doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you can speak from a place of authority because you're the only
Absolutely.
artist in entertainment history to have graduated from DJ to platinum selling rapper to multi-platinum singer who sings in 7
Talk
languages.
about
Now,
it.
who the hell has done
That
that?
is
Yo, can we get a clap
Wow.
for Wanda D
Talk
out here?
about
Can
it.
we get a
Oh, yeah.
And can we also get a clap for her humbleness?
Okay.
Yes, we
Thank
love
you.
that.
absolutely?
Wanda thinks that I, me, and my are the 3 most unimportant words in the English language, and I agree with her. But of course, there are opinions. I used to tour with legends like Lena Horne and Eartha Kitt, Shirley Bassey, and Sammy Davis Jr., Cab Calloway. These people never needed auto-tune on their mics, either in the studio or on stage. Now there's both available.
Mhm.
Anybody with auto, Donald Trump can make a hit record if he chose to do the auto-tune. He'd be right in key.
Yeah.
Don't.
That's a
Please don't.
On the microphone.
Microphones now.
However,
Yeah.
of course, there has been a degeneration of the quality of entertainment,
Mhm.
and that's not a good thing. Back in the
Right.
day, the people we used to watch on TV, whether it was the Sonny and Cher show, the Melba Moore and Clifton Davis show, or any of the variety shows, Lola Falana, Diana Ross's amazing variety shows. These people had real talent that went beyond twerking.
okay.
Now that I don't like.
Okay? And so for us to find mediocrity as greatness and call everybody with a vagina a diva, and everybody's an icon who's been in the business for 4 years, not even long enough for God to get the news, is ridiculous.
Mhm.
You don't even get to be called an icon unless you've been in the business at least 40 years. At least 40.
Absolutely.
You're not an icon.
Right.
And a legend is a map.
A roadmap.
A roadmap. That's what the word legend means. It means that if I need to get somewhere, please pass me the legend so I can see where we're going. A legend shows you how to get from point A to B to Z to D to Z.
They're trendsetters.
So to call someone a legend who's been in the business for 10 years, it doesn't matter how many records you've sold. You have to show endurance, longevity. Someone who's been around since the 70s and the 80s, the 90s.
So basically,
Okay.
So just knowing your seasoning in the industry and your status in the industry and your years of experience in the industry, we've been talking a lot lately about things that have gone on recently in the industry. I want to know, do y'all have any insights or just an opinion, possibly about, let's say, all these things that have been brought up by Mr. Cat Williams?
Cat Williams?
Yeah, things of that nature.
Copycat syndrome.
Yeah.
Stealing other people's
Because
material.
y'all in it. Y'all know people, y'all in there. Like, what?
Well, okay, listen, no dead air here.
Right. It's just,
Yes, I mean, obviously, and not just in entertainment, but in
Right.
every industry. Some people say selling your soul, but that's just too much of a blanket statement. It's more so about what you negotiate. Let's put it this way. In life, you get what you deserve. In business, you get what you negotiate. So, for instance, we know that Diana Ross and Berry Gordy were together. He was a married man, about 17 years older than her. She had his baby. Her first child, Rhonda Ross, is by Berry Gordy, the president of her label. at the time, Motown. And whatever agreement they came to, because he was still married, they are still friends today. Nobody's ever missed a meal, and life goes on.
And she built a career by doing a lot of hard work.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
she's one of the most talented
Yeah.
people that's ever picked up a microphone.
Mhm.
However, would you say she sold her soul because she was,
No.
can I say, she was a boss? But, who gives a rat? They agreed upon it as consenting adults.
That's right.
That wasn't a selling of her soul. So
Right.
yeah, you either serve one or two factions in this industry, either serving the left or the right. And that simply means that your artistry inspire, motivate, and educate, titillate? Or does your artistry demean, dehumanize, make people bad?
I'm gonna say is this. When the video come out that the DA tried to suppress, that my legal is now involved in, there will not be a no more Meg Thee Stallion.
Clip it. Clip that.
The appeal is coming. When the video comes out from the little Asian girl that followed them from the time they saw him arguing in the car, that the DA tried to suppress and threaten their family with all kind of other shit. Shout out to the private investigators. I want to see what the Meg Thee Stallion fans are going to say then. I want to see, are y'all going to counsel her for lying and putting that black man in jail? We're going to see.
WAC 100 alleges that there is video evidence that the DA tried to suppress that can prove Tory Lanez's innocence. Also, if we couple that with what Nicki Minaj said in an interview recently referring to Meg Thee Stallion.
I don't know how you carry your body, but humans carry their bodies with 2 feet. So if you get shot in one and you get shot in 2, now that leaves 0.
Okay,
So how
that's
you twerking
definitely
2
gonna
days?
get me in
How you
trouble. Let
twerking
me
2
mute
days
up.
later? If you got, do you know what? Have you ever been shot? Have you?
I've never been shot, Nicki.
Oh, okay.
I've never been
I know,
shot.
I know people that have been shot. I know people that shoot. Okay. Now let me tell you what let me tell you what don't happen 2 days after get shot in 2 hoofs. Twerking on socials. First of all, emotionally, you just got shot. Girl, no. Point is this. Now you go on Gayle King. She wanted to be honest, this is so obvious. She wanted a Rihanna moment so bad.
You said she wanted a Rihanna moment, so I wanted to know which Rihanna moment.
Well, you know what, you go and Google. You go and Google, Dory. So, but here's the thing. Rihanna is just known for, being herself. You get what you see what you get what you see type of, vibe, right? I'm not talking about anything personally. I'm not talking about anything anyone spoke to me about. I'm saying that's what we know as. So Rihanna never would milk something like that. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to get that part of her life. Like, you could tell she couldn't wait to just try to move on with her life. You understand? And then people even bashed her for not dragging it out, not milking it. And she just, she was just like, yo, I was mad young. We were young. Like, I just want to move on with my life now, yo. You know why? Because Rihanna knows that she was a superstar with or without controversy. She's beautiful with or without controversy. She's loved with or without controversy. I'm sorry, sympathy.
What does all of this mean? because there's been not so subtle hints out there from other celebrities such as Cat Williams and more that hint that Meg being a liar in regards to what happened with the Tory Lanez shooting. Gurus, this subject came up again because creatives, I guess, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So what do you think about this news here?
I think they're trying to discredit her. It's obvious she got shot in the foot.
We know
all
that.
saw that.
Right? You know how the old saying is, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. I don't think she shot herself in the foot.
I don't think so either. Right.
So what the thing may have been, what the speculation is that it may not have been Tory Lanez, who is now in jail and has been sentenced, and he's gonna be there for quite a while. And there's a possibility that he did not do the shooting. There was another person that was present, and there's a possibility that he does not want to reveal that maybe that other person was the one that did the shooting, which is that's a whole culture thing, But if that man want to sit in jail for 10 years,
Can we just say it? What if the situation occurs that Tory didn't shoot Meg? What if somebody else shot Meg? And what does that? What would be the? Would Meg get canceled? What?
Would she get canceled, or would why? First of all, if you've been sentenced and you didn't do it, and you never said that you did not, or if you know who did do it, because you were obviously there. This is a culture thing. So if you feel that strongly about the whole quote unquote snitching thing, to where you're gonna put yourself in a position.
Some guys do.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, right? That's in our culture, right? That's in our culture, right? Because I don't know any other cultures that are going to put themselves in a position to not admit that they did something, knowing that they didn't do something, and know that they're going to go to jail for an extensive period of time, knowing that they didn't do it. If he does say this is what actually happened, then he could be considered to be a snitch, and that's the bigger thing that we're actually talking about right now.
I was gonna say, didn't they try to blame it on her girlfriend, and then they goofed that up in court? It's like, if it was somebody else, then why put another woman on the set? Because it looked better for him if it was a woman who shot a woman or something. It's like, the whole thing is just very suspect, like the whole thing. Like, and I don't see her just like pointing him out and then being like, oh, it's him, but I'm Meg the Stallion, so I'm just gonna say it's him, and it's everybody's gonna believe me. I don't think that she went into it like that. It's just that
so it has to be something else. So when this first happened, didn't he plead not guilty?
Yes.
He pleaded not guilty.
That's why I'm like, it's so confusing, because if there's somebody else and they actually did it, but that, like, it's like he pleaded guilty, but then it's just, I'm confused by all of this.
At the end of the day, there were only three people there. There were only three people involved in the incident.
So if he's saying it's somebody else, then it's that same person they've been putting it on all this time. Then
I mean, because Nicki Minaj is putting it out there, hinting at the fact.
She wasn't there.
She's married to a pedophile, so Nicki Minaj.
Like what? She wasn't there. Like what? Her words do not count.
But not only Nicki Minaj, there's other people that are hinting at the fact that Tory didn't shoot. Even Cat Williams hinted at the fact that Tory didn't shoot her.
But there were always speculations from people. It was always people that were riding both sides of the fence.
And John Wilkes Booth didn't shoot Lincoln.
Right.
I mean, Harvard Oswald didn't shoot John F. Kennedy.
I was going to say, I don't know if you know this, but John F. Kennedy is still alive.
See?
They love to play the telephone game.
Here's the problem.
With our people.
Our people are not the only ones who don't want to be snitches.
Okay.
A lot of it. I'm managed by an Italian. The Italians don't snitch, and the Arabs don't snitch. The Japanese don't snitch. Okay, but here's the problem. There comes a point in your life when you have to decide to put down your childhood.
Okay.
You gotta be adult.
Okay.
You have to vibrate at a high vibrational frequency so that you're not even around those types of elements.
Amen. Amen.
No drugs, no alcohol, no weed in the car, nobody with a gun in the car. Only person with a gun in our car is me. I'm not traveling with other people with guns in cars.
Right.
It's unheard of. So you shouldn't even be around those types of elements. Let's talk about Jonathan Majors. How the hell did he get himself a white girl who's ruined his entire career?
Okay.
Whether he beat her or not, we don't even know. Or he was set up for it. But why are you with this woman who's obviously a sycophant?
What I didn't get about Jonathan Majors is why he asked her to be his Coretta Scott King.
Listen now.
How about his Karen Scott King?
Somebody's not going to tell the truth, and the truth has got to be told. In all circumstances, the truth has got to be told. So if you don't want to say she shot her, then you shot her, and that's the end of that.
We'll be back. All right.
Let me touch on something that I think you guys were heading down that road, but we really never got there. This sisterhood in rap. You notice last year was called the 50th anniversary of hip hop. And a lot of these folks were all out there getting proclamations and declarations and all kind of, celebrations and illuminations and elevations. And all those young ladies, from MC Light to MC Sharrock, hip hop's first female rapper, they know Wanda's number. No one calls.
Really?
They've always been that way. They don't include Wanda in any of the hip hop reindeer games.
Wow.
Ask yourself why. How are you going to have hip hop's first female MC Sharrock, and not have his first female DJ right alongside her?
Right.
And James Monroe High School in the Bronx, the students came together, did their research, and they painted a mural in the Bronx in James Monroe High School in the cafeteria. They wanted to put the foundational 5 of hip hop on the wall. And you can Google it. In this mural, they have Kool Herc, the father of hip hop, Afrika Bambaataa, the godfather of hip hop, Grandmaster Flash,
indeed,
MC Sharrock, hip hop's first female MC, and right next to her is Wanda D, hip hop's first female DJ. So the mere fact that those foundational 5 weren't a part of every celebration last year, you have to ask yourself why again. Now, we don't give a about it, actually.
I don't.
But Eric, we because everybody's not going to ask ourselves why. We want to ask y'all why, because everybody's not going to know why.
I'll tell you why. It's the same reason why Diana Ross never got a Grammy. Your Grammys are voted on by your peers. And so many of Diana Ross's peers said, well, she's wealthy. She had Berry Gordy. He's wealthy. She's got a fabulous career. She sold over 500 million records. That's probably more than any female who ever existed in the planet. And so they're like, we're not giving her no Grammy. So the Grammys that Diana has are lifetime achievement Grammys that the organization gave to her. But her peers have never voted for her to get a Grammy. That's what they think about Wanda. She's still with her husband. She has a child. She's a mother. She tours all over the world. She sings in 7 languages. They're like, she's a self-made millionaire, probably one of the first in hip hop. So like, well, what do we care? And that's unfair. Why are you harshly judging her because she's had a successful life? But that's that insecure part that unfortunately a lot of our people have.
That was a thing about what I was talking about before about humbleness. Because Wanda, you are so very humble. Right. You are so, and that will be you'll receive what you're supposed to get from being humble on another level, right? But where we at and in this hip hop culture, it just seems like, putting yourself out there, and the opposite of that is what gets you to where you need to be quote unquote in the industry. Do you think that has anything to do with it? Just not like pushing it yourselves and putting yourself out there as like, look, I'm her. You know?
Your work should speak for itself. Because you do your job right, the audience will catch on, and they will be your mouthpiece for you. They will support you for life. There's one thing about the social media thing, getting likes and all of this. I need all these likes, but they're not true fans.
They don't translate to ticket buyers.
No, they don't. They don't put asses in the seats.
Big time.
And those are the ones that count to me.
Exactly.
The fans, not how many likes I get on social media.
MTV last year did a special on 3 pioneer females of hip hop, and all they included was Kool Herc's sister, who they said was hip hop's first female concert promoter, MC Sharrock, who they said was hip hop's first female MC, and they said Wanda D, not only for being hip hop's first female DJ, but the first female rapper they said to bring the industry glam, because she was glamorous with furs and diamonds and of course the high heels.
Still is, girl.
And before Foxy Brown, MTV did it. And then, of course, there's some people who were arguing, well, Baby D from the Mercedes Ladies, she was hip-hop's first female DJ. No, she wasn't. Because when they made the movie Beat Street, Harry Belafonte produced it. They came looking for hip-hop's first female DJ. He was told by several heavy hitters who were going to be in the film, they said, hey, you got to go find Wanda D. And he called her, and he came to the Bronx to audition her for Beat Street.
In person.
And when she finished auditioning, he asked him,
I said, is there a part in the movie for a female DJ? He said, there is now.
There is now. He wasn't looking for Baby D. He wasn't looking for anybody but Wanda. So they can argue all the points all they want, but the history and herstory is on her side. And it's just not her style to say, I'm that bitch. She'll never do it. That's not her style.
No.
But the work does speak for itself. As we take off on, our 20th world tour?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope more women, generally, not even to do with this industry, but just generally, I hope more women take from that and from you.
Because we support everybody.
It's all about
everyone.
Yo, can we just say that again? 20th World Tour. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
I can't even applaud it enough.
Yeah,
that's really an amazing accomplishment.
Some people don't get one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. And we're 2 senior citizens. We got AARP for crying out loud.
Listen, stop saying that. Y'all don't even look like senior citizens. I know you want the benefits, but just leave it alone.
Thank God we have our own teeth still.
All right.
But seriously, we're not saying that for self-aggrandizement.
No.
We simply said it because we want to lead by example. We support all of them. We've been to their concerts. We speak highly of them, but we also call a thing a thing.
All right. In case you were busy or you just don't know what the hell is going on, this is the Lady Guru Show news for you. Music A-List will have one less party to attend this Grammy weekend. A source have confirmed that the Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and them will no longer host the exclusive pre-Grammy brunch on Saturday. Rock Nation has been hosting the brunch since 2011. The event returned last year after taking a 2-year hiatus due to COVID-19 pandemic. Past guests have included Rihanna, Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Janelle Monáe, Kevin Hart, Megan Thee Stallion, and of course Jay-Z and Beyonce. Can't forget about them. But we will hear the power duo will still be on the party scene. Meanwhile, there are plenty of parties to make up for Rock Nation's absence. In other news, Jacquees says he got into a little scuffle with Trey Songz during a night out in the Middle East. Lord have mercy. On Thursday night, February the 1st, the R&B singer took to his Instagram stories to call out songs and call them a bitch after they allegedly fought while they were at a nightclub in Dubai. In his video, Jacquees claims the slow motion crooner approached him inside the club. Following an intense exchange inside, Jacquees claims songs took swings at him and pulled out pieces of his hair outside the venue. Oh my God. He even posted a photo of the 5 dreads that were ripped from his scalp.
I was cracking up too.
Can I just
They
say,
look like that too.
can I just say that it's important to know the laws of a certain country while
Listen.
you're there?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it could get you 100 years.
Listen,
For
for
real.
nothing. Okay? In other news, Netflix is sharing a first look at Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz's next movie. On Thursday, the streaming service debuted a video showcasing its upcoming movies and television series. A short clip from Foxx and Diaz's new film, Back in Action, is featured, revealing the actors played former spies who are now married and have children. Ain't that like Mr. Smith? Never mind.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
Their characters are shown fighting a group of men outside a gas station in the clip with their children just starting to learn their parents' secret identities. Back in Action marks 51-year-old Diaz's first movie since 2014. Dang.
Wow, good for Cameron Diaz.
That's great. I didn't even know it was been that long.
Me neither.
Damn.
Absolutely. I don't know how many people know about Nicki Minaj and the situation when she was on stage, and when there was I don't even know how to say this, but there was an issue with Nicki Minaj's butt, and it got caught on stage to wherein I don't know if it was the angle, I don't know what it was, but there was 2 incidents where Nicki Minaj's butt did not look well. And Azalea Banks got up on Instagram and claimed that Nicki Minaj doesn't have the money that she claims she has, because if she had the money that she claims she has, she would have got her butt fixed.
It's pretty clear that Nicki's f***ed up. Like she's like f***ed up financially, you know. I realized it when she was frying the can of cream corn in the Teflon pan. I was just like, what in the welfare is happening right now? This is insane. And whatever. I've probably like made some crazy looking shit on here, but I'm also not going around trying to like menace other artists and like call them broke and tell them to pay their rent and all that other shit like that. Like, you can tell just by whatever keeps happening with Nicki's butt that she's f***ed up right now, because there's something very wrong with the butt. And I don't know what it is, but I do know that surgery to get that out of there is a pretty penny. It's not like, you know, a boob reduction or like switching out for a new pair of bags. It's not like a rhinoplasty. No, I know that procedure, especially like, just considering like, you know, just how many little pockets of just migrated stuff there probably is. Like, yeah, that's a very tedious thing. And it's also like a very risky procedure that she can't afford to have right now.
Fix her butt.
Why is this happening?
That is Azalea Banks being Azalea
Like, wait
Banks.
a second. Like, why is this happening?
So Nicki Minaj gives her 2 cents in. When she does that, she gets criticized by Azalea Banks regarding her butt. Again, Nicki Minaj said that Meg Thee Stallion had a Rihanna moment or wanted a Rihanna moment. I guess as a woman to claim that like when Rihanna had got beat by or got hit by Chris Brown, Nicki Minaj is saying,
"Get
over here."
Why would she go there? Because I was like, what is this Rihanna moment?
Even like what?
Like you reaching. See, this is what I see why people are saying that Nicki's a bully.
And I don't like her.
Why are we doing this? This is very unnecessary. Don't bring Rihanna.
Get your hats off for your music. Don't like you personally. You look like a not nice person.
That's like Donald Trump. Like, I like your policies, but
yeah,
I don't like you as a person.
Yeah, like why
I don't know if I like his policies either, but
I don't like him nor his policies.
Yeah, I don't like a whole lot about
some of them in comparison.
I love how you put the words 2 cents and Banks in the same sentence. Azalea Banks gave her 2 cents. Well, that's a bank. No one should even
see. That's what you thought it all was.
Exactly.
This goes back to what I was just saying about class and high vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
We're old enough to remember that, Gladys didn't talk about Diana. Diana didn't talk about Dion.
No.
Dion didn't talk about Tina Turner. They were all supportive of each other and they all won. They all became multimillionaires. And it was never a cat fight, a knockdown, drag out, better have my money. There was none of that Negro going on between any of them. They were too busy grinding with the real talent that they have. Why can't our young brothers and sisters do that? Let your talent speak. Don't be so messy.
Well, how do you feel about a Nicki Minaj that, I mean, I think that more than the majority of people would say that she's a reigning queen in her area, but that she still comes for others that, maybe below her, coming up for her. How do you feel about that?
She came for Kim though. She's been coming for everybody. She came for Kim. That's the problem with Nicki, is that it doesn't even matter who it is. It's like she just like, it's almost as though it's like, well, you guys are all on the same playing field. You all can share that stage. You all can be relevant. You all can share the stage, and you all could be like great at what you're doing. But with her, it's like she's constantly wanting to knock everybody down. But why can't you just be all on the same stage?
So did y'all see? There's like an unknown. I'm not gonna say unknown, but the majority does not know her. There was an artist that put out a freestyle about Nicki Minaj. And in her freestyle, she kind of like gave her glory and gave her props, but at the same time she said, why are you knocking everybody else down? What is that about? And she went in on what that could be about. So my question is, do y'all agree with that? You feel like Nicki Minaj is like, she may be the queen of her crown, but is there like an insecurity there? Like, what's going on? Why does she have to feel like she needs to knock everybody else out of the box? Like, she has to reign as number one and not give credit to anyone.
She wants to stay relevant. That's what I think. I think she wants to stay relevant.
That only mediocrity attacks success.
Be careful with that word.
Only mediocrity attacks success.
Okay.
That's
exactly like
exactly.
See, this is why I like Coyle Ray. Coyle Ray is like, look, I don't want no smoke with none of that. She's like, I'm here to just be in my lane and I love all these women. We all can be in the same lane. Like, all of this nonsense fighting, it's like, it's showing her insecurities. But then again, she surrounds herself with a lot of negative. Your husband's a pedophile. Your brother, I don't want to even get into that. But you have a lot of negative things going on. But you're ready to attack. You're attacking people before you. You're attacking people after you. You came for Kim. Why? Why you come for Kim? What did Kim do to you? You know what I
I saw a video on social media, I think it was yesterday, where they were doing a comparison of Ladies' Night, where it was Queen Latifah, all of them, not Queen Latifah, but Little Kim. It was, all of those ladies coming together in rap, in music, and singing, just coming together and making a unified record. It's like, where is it? Where is it? We don't see it anymore. It's so quick to go for the jugular, and no one's coming together and really like, we are the world. I miss that.
Well, what do you think that's about though? Like, I mean, Eric, I know that you spoke upon other cultures, we talked about snitching, and you brought to light other cultures are like that as well, right? It's not just our culture. So in the hip hop culture, how do you feel as far as, especially Wanda, right? You're a woman, you are a woman in this industry, and you are an originator in this industry.
Thank you.
As far as how it's come to what it's come to, and we're talking about Nicki Minaj right now. Not everybody's like that, but I think it's kind of safe to say, even with her status, she does still shoot other women down, other people down, other females down.
Dying in the foot.
Keep going. Bigfoot. I mean, do you feel like that is a hip hop thing and something that is a growing nature as far as women in hip hop are concerned?
It is definitely growing.
When I entered the industry, the hip hop industry, as being the first female DJ, like I said, I looked around, there were no vaginas, there were no other females DJing. And they gave me a hard ways to go because they never heard of such a thing. And so coming from that spectrum, we need to come together more because we still have a long ways to go. And it's like the open hand syndrome. Try to knock down a wall with an open hand. You can't.
Right.
But you can knock down a wall with a fist, a closed fist. And that's what we all have to do as females in this business. I don't care what genre of music you're in. We still got to stick together, and we still got a lot of walls we got to knock down and a lot of doors we got to open. So all this bickering and fighting and petty insults will get more accomplished together than separate.
If I could add, all this came into play in the hip hop industry with the advent of gangster rap. Hip hop started, Rapper's Delight. There was no gangster rap.
None of that.
And the message, it feels like a jungle sometimes. Makes me wonder how I keep from going. There's no gangster rap. They all get sort of stick together then.
Yes.
The moment the white people said, you know what? Let's let these Negroes fight East Coast and West Coast, and let's encourage them to put the word into songs. Yeah. And all of this sudden, everyone who became a rapper decided, well, I need to be a gangster. I'm gonna have a posse. We're all gonna carry guns. We're gonna get handled. And look how many have died because of that.
Yeah.
Jim Master Jay and Biggie and Tupac. Those are the three that come to mind. But there's so many others who've been killed before their time because we allowed the masses to come in and say, you guys are gangsters. We're the only race of people that will put a racial epithet that insults us into our music. I don't see any Jews rapping about kikes.
So let me ask you this, because I know you guys are very seasoned. You're very spiritual. You're a lot of things, and you're in this industry. So straight up, do you feel like there is an agenda in the industry?
Yeah, an agenda by whom, though? That's like, cause see, like, let me say this, like, there are a lot of conspiracy. To me, it's easier to dive into conspiracy than it is to dive into facts, right? So my point is that if there is a conspiracy, first we got to agree first we got to agree if there's an agenda. And if there is an agenda, who is basically putting that agenda into motion?
First and foremost, the record labels know that all artists are worth more dead than alive.
That's right.
Again, you're worth more dead than alive. Because when you're alive, they have to pay you all types of advances in your lifestyle and tour support and the tour bus and your staff, and the band and the airline tickets. But when you're dead, you're just generating money with nothing going out. Michael Jackson, George Michael, Whitney Houston, Prince. Come on now. Rick James. The list goes on and on. You're worth more dead. So they don't want you to live a nice, long, happy life, Biggie or Tupac. They prefer you crash and burn after you've given us a bunch of platinum singles, and then we can exploit the rest of your catalog, Elvis, until infinitum. That's the truth. So you need to go into this industry knowing that once you make success, people want you to die. Think about the artists who just sold their catalogs. Now that they're in their golden age. I think it was Bob Dylan just sold his for $300 million. Yeah. Tina Turner, before she died, sold hers for $50 million.
Justin Bieber
sold his for $200 million. He's not even 30 years old. They're selling off their catalog.
Yeah. Chris Brown, same.
Wow.
Hey, gurus. Gayle King is opening up about a previous experience with a man she dated and his request for help with child support.
Wow. Really?
According to the New York Post, the 69-year-old television host recently appeared on an interview on the Pivot podcast. During her appearance, King opened up about what's been difficult for her in the dating realm. She explained that she went out with her former boo, and he asked her to have a private conversation. She said, "I went on a date. I was really excited, very excited about it. We'd gone out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed to talk to me," she explained. He wanted to have a private conversation. He said, "Do you think you could lend me $4,000? I'm like, huh? God. Quote, she said, "I wrote the check because I thought it had to be very difficult for him to ask me. And I just figured that would be that. And he did pay me back on Thursday, like he said, but it didn't feel the same." So I guess my question is what do you think of that?
That is the most cringiest thing I've ever heard.
He forgot to add that he needed the $4,000 to make a child support payment.
Yeah, please explain what that has nothing to do with her. I can't even believe he came out of his mouth to even formulate this.
They say
to
today.
her. Like I'm just like, I can't. It's not making sense.
I mean, think about it though, Ty. You talk about you dated Gayle King.
Would I feel the same way? Yeah, I'm sorry, Marcy. If like the roles were reversed and he was a Gayle King and she asked Fringy.
But let me say this. Also, in the story, it also said that the person that asked her for the $4,000 was a successful individual.
I didn't even see that. That's even worse.
What was the purpose?
Like realness, right? I do believe that the system, as far as child support, and women, and that device right there,
it asks for too much money.
It get a little crazy. It really does. It can get a little crazy. I'm not making an excuse And then I'm a woman.
Well, in regards to Gayle King, I think what's missing in that story is that he showed honor. He said, I'll pay you back Thursday, and he paid her back Thursday. Sometimes it's just about EAT, which doesn't mean eat. It means everything's a test.
That's right.
We do
Like
what the
that.
old staff, I'll drop $200 on the floor in cash and leave it to see which one of our employees will pick it up and give it back to me or put it in their pocket. Because at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, there are 5 things you need to get through any situation in life, whether it's personal or professional. And it's simply humility, gratitude, loyalty, humor, and courage. That's it. You can't have 4. You need all 5 of those to make it in this lifetime. So maybe he was just testing Gayle, and she failed the test.
She definitely failed.
I don't think she,
But she got her money back.
I don't think this one necessarily was testing her, but that is a possibility. And when are y'all gonna come out with the book though? Because y'all got like a lot of y'all got like a lot of
over here.
cohesive books that you've been running with that I feel that I already know y'all been running with for most of your marriage because y'all know y'all say it together and everything. Okay.
Right. I love it.
What y'all been running with, and apparently it's been working.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you guys have been together for a long time. And, you know, today, we don't see marriages go that long. I mean, at the end, 10 years is a long time today. Today is like, okay, you did your bid.
I love it.
Could I ask a question? Could I ask a question? Why is it that most women don't want to have sex every day?
Because we tired.
Well, no woman should have to have sex every day.
Who are you asking the questions to? Because
To all the women on
y'all answer because I don't.
Why is it that women don't want to have sex every day?
I really think men want to have sex every day. They just want to have sex a lot. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And I think with women, in my humble opinion, and this is, you know, I only know so much, but in my humble opinion, I believe it is because we as women, like, think about it like this: when a man has sex with a woman, about 99.9% of the time, he is going to finish how he wants to finish. You know what I mean? With women, we got about a good 40% of the time where we are doing the same thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like,
so hold on. Let's everybody digest.
Let's die.
Ty, do you have an opinion here? Because I know.
Wait, real quick though, you're saying that women don't finish. Women only finish 40% of the time. That's the reason why they don't want to have sex every day.
I just think what I'm saying is there's not the same incentive in sex with women as there is with men. Like men could almost guarantee, as long as they in it, they can guarantee a good time at the end of the episode, right? But as women, it's 100% mental with us. With men, it's not like we have to like not be thinking about the laundry downstairs or did the kids do their homework or whatever. All of that stuff. You know, we're different. We're programmed differently than men in that respect. Right. So I'm not saying necessarily that it's the man's fault. All I'm saying is that we don't 100% of the time get to that end result, whereas the men, for the most part, do. That's just my theory. I'm not a sex expert. I am, renowned, but I'm not an expert.
Men are stick shifts. Women are automatic. Right. Men, you gotta get some oil or some Vaseline and
or a tight vagina.
But like I think it's more like mental for women also. Yeah. You know, like men it can be like boom, 1, 2, 3, like this is what we're doing. And then with women, like even if I want to perform or satisfy the situation or you or even me, it may not necessarily be like that because it takes more.
With women, let me just say, with women, you just said the word performance. You just said perform. So with women, is it a issue of a like men a performance? Men ain't thinking about the word perform. Okay,
No.
so the question is that let's explore that word perform. Is it
so?
Huh?
Is
Are
that
you
actually
asking
so?
for a friend?
Yeah, I am. I'm asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
Like
I'm the
I mean,
friend. I'm the friend. I'm the
perform.
friend. I want to know.
The word perform. That's what we're discussing here. It just it's not. I think men are more visual creatures. Just creatures of the moment. It doesn't take too much. Whereas women, you know, it's more of a mental stimulation. It's more of a something that is a buildup.
We want to thank Wanda D and Eric Floyd for coming out, you know, giving us laughs and giving us blessings and giving us joy for this program. And everybody else, hey gurus, this is the Lady Guru Show. And we are out of here.
Peter.
Thank y'all so much.